Okay, so Kixeye is changing the revenge, and a lot of people are pissed off right now, so I thought I'd record a quick video trying to explain what's going on. Doesn't mean I like it, I don't like it. Well, I don't like it when they change stuff after release, so. But anyways, I'll reserve judgment before I call it BS or anything like that. It's a bit of a buff, a bit of a nerf, so let's get down to it. First of all, they're going to remove siege and assault deflection from the hull, and some specific deflection like radioactive, concussive, and corrosive will be added to compensate for the loss of basic assault and siege deflection. They're going to change, like there's an issue with bypass right now that's making the revenge take more damage than it should. The description is right, but the behavior is wrong. They're going to fix that, and that should make the hull stronger. They're also making it pretty much immune, they say, to radioactive shockwaves. I don't know how they're going to do that. In principle, I don't like that change, but let's see after the preview tomorrow. And finally, they're going to reduce even more the repair time on the Revenge, which to me is a very good thing. I still think it's too long. A fleet of 5 takes a long time to fix. They can bring that down like 8 hours, 9 hours, would be great. There's a preview coming on tomorrow, or actually later today. Very limited, they said. I think they're going to have like 100 players tops. Only people who already have the Revenge and already using the Revenge. Won't be streamed by anybody, so it's pointless to look around, and I don't even think they're going to post a public link on their forum, so it's going to be by invitation only. And based on feedback, they may or may not adjust or even cancel some of these announced changes, so we'll see. Quickly to understand the changes. So first of all, this is the Revenge as it is today. You can see it has down there 400 assault deflection, 600 siege deflection, and some damage specific deflection. So like ballistic, explosive, it's all there, like over 2,000 each. Currently there's no radioactive, concussive, or corrosive deflection, only percentage-based defenses, which in many cases are negative. So they're going to move those around, so it's going to look pretty much like that. Boom, here. They're going to nerf assault and siege deflection, and remember, those two, they work against any type of weapon, any type of damage. It only matters if they're coming from a turret or a ship. That's all. So when that goes down to 0, that's a nerf. But then if they get that same number, 400, 600, something in between, and they create new specific types of deflections like radioactive, give it 400, 600. Concussive, 400, 600. Corrosive, same thing. That pretty much means it's a zero-sum game. Nothing changes really, because there's no generic deflection, but there's damage specific deflection for all types of damage. So virtual is the same, except that now they can, on PvE, make 100% bypass on those damage type deflections for all of them, but not touch assault and siege deflection, meaning all the other PvE hulls who only have assault and siege deflection will still work as they've always worked on PvE, but the Revenge won't. And the Revenge will still be as good as it is today in PvP, because all those deflections will be there. To be fair, they didn't say it, but they should also add 4, 5, 600 on the existing ballistic, penetrative, and explosive deflection types, so it actually stays exactly the same. So it may not even be a nerf. It's just 3 more fields in there with deflection values. That's all it is. So that's going to further separate PvP and PvE hulls. To me, this change honestly doesn't make it better, doesn't make it worse. It's just should have been thought before they released the Revenge, so now they wouldn't have to make get everyone confused by those changes, right? Moving on, here's a buff. Uh, re Repair time. Repair time is going to be reduced. I mean, pre-release they had first announced was 4 hours and something. Everyone complained about it. They changed upon release to 2 hour 45 minutes. That's what it is now. Now they're saying it's going to be even less, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll see. But anyways, that's good news for everyone, I guess. Here's another, well, actually two other changes. I think they're buffs to the hull. First of all, the Revenge is currently taking more damage than it should. The resistance bypass you see on turrets is somehow messing up the calculation of the damage specific deflection, like ballistic and explosive. As they fix it, um, it should actually work as intended and make it stronger. So good news for everyone who has a Revenge fleet. And then the unreactive. I mean, somehow they're gonna make it immune to shockwaves. I don't like that in principle, because a lot of people are, refitting, building enforcers and putting them back in base and whatnot. So I'm gonna reserve judgment. But my first reaction to that is bullshit. It should have been thought before release. They should have tested them before release against enforcer and release it properly balanced from the start, so people wouldn't spend money and time, you know, putting shockwave plates on their revenges, for instance, to counter enforcers. So if they're buffed now, those plates wouldn't have to be there. So that means an extra refit, extra time, extra money. That's not good. People who build or were ranking their enforcers, I mean, are they wasting their time? That's that sucks, right? So let's see. And that's it. I mean, I hope that was instructional, useful. I mean, we'll see how it goes. As usual, I don't like changes after release. I don't think anybody does. I understand what they're doing it. I'd rather they do that than buff all the PvE targets and screw all the other Punishers, Centurions, and all that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, it's just confusing for most players, and I hope this short video helped you understand what they're changing. All those values I used in there are not final. They're just like to illustrate the point. Come to the Forsaken Council page if you have any questions. We'll do our best to help you with that. Take care.